Welcome to another episode of Mobile, by the way. My name is Taki. We got a couple of goals for this episode. We're going to try to unlock Invention, some skilling outfits, and level 10 augments. Then we're going to move over to 75 Con, Herb, and Prayer before finishing off all of the Prifddinas quests. Make sure you stick around till the end for a special treat. At the end of the last episode, we almost finished off the requirements to unlock Invention. We got 80 Divination, and right now I'm just trying to finish off 80 Crafting, and I'm trying to use all of the gems that I have in my bank without having to go and mine anymore, and I had just enough to get 80 Crafting. Unlocking Invention is one of the biggest accomplishments that I've had in this series so far. It's going to make a ton of the game a lot easier to play, and it's going to make it more enjoyable. This is probably a needless risk to take, but I needed access to some really good weapons that I could augment and train some Slayer with, and I decided to go after the Black Salamanders in the wilderness. I already have enough gear in my bank to be able to make a ton of ammo for this, and this weapon is actually pretty decent. I didn't have much luck with the Trapper in this episode, but I did end up getting a red chin, and I'm planning on replacing all of my gray chins in the entire farm with this, so I have supplies for mechanized Chinchompas. I just got done doing about an hour or so of Spectres, and I definitely got a ton of herbs for this. I AFK'd for the whole entire time, and I'm planning on just disassembling this level 5 Salamander that I have, and that should be able to get me the ability to make my new skilling outfits. It's only 91k. It feels like a shame to use the augment on this, but that's also going to start off a broadcast for 10 in all skills. There's going to be a ton of those in this episode. This is essentially what my discovery window looks like right now. I'm going to solve all of these and then make all the outfits that I can. I'm actually pretty happy about how that worked out. I ended up being able to make the entire Magic Golem set, and I have one full set of the fishing gear, the Burnt Shark set. I can complete that set really easy. I just have to go back to fishing, but the thing that I'm the most worried about is completing the Camouflage set, which I'm pretty close to doing. Now for this next part, I planned a lot for this. I have a ton of gear that's ready to be made into Burial, but the biggest thing is that I can now augment things to level 10, and that's going to speed up this entire process for gaining some easy Invention levels. I just got to do this puzzle really quick, and then I'll be able to go. Even though that problem is done, I do have another one. I'm running out of components, and I'm wasting a ton of my cash stack on doing shop runs now that the smithing rework has made all the prices go up, so I'm definitely going to have to unlock the White Knight shop and use that for all of my needs going forward, because this isn't sustainable. Unlocking the shop wasn't that big of a deal. I just got done with it. I needed to use all of my cannonballs that I had left over from when I was training ranged earlier, and I went to the Taverley dungeon and just camped there for about 30 minutes, but now I have easy access to really cheap equipment that I can disassemble. I'm going to try coming back here later when I do have more supplies to be able to disassemble, so I'm not wasting time. I just got done doing another hammer, and this Invention experience is coming in super fast, especially since I'm just doing Burial Bane armor, and it's based off of your smithing experience that you're getting, and I'm getting a lot per hour. I do like to take a break every once in a while. Somebody did a TF run, and I just joined that. I was just shy of having enough tokens to be able to buy Dungeoneering to 80 and buy a weapon, and I've just unlocked a tier 80 weapon, which means there are a ton of bossing opportunities available now. Now that the whole Invention thing is out of the way, it's time to start working on the skilling recs that I have left over for the Prifddinas quest series, and the first one that we're going to do is 75 Herblore. It feels actually kind of weird doing this with legitimate training methods because I've pretty much got to this point from just doing daily Jack of Trades 3 times. Got a little surprise on my farming run here. I got 92 farming, and that's going to be enough points to get me to 2100 total level. Now that I don't need to worry about getting any more construction supplies for a while, I decided to put all of my kingdom back over to maples, and I'm going to burn these and try out the experience from this. This is definitely a nice alternative to doing the smithing that I was doing before, and it's definitely pretty nice to AFK this for once. That also means that I can now start making maple shield bow U's and disassembling them for some components. Here we are with 50 Invention and a 50 all skills broadcast. Now, if you've been watching the series for a while, you know that I lost my first hardcore life to this guy, and it's been my goal in my life to just kill him for once on this account, and I haven't had much luck in this, but I went back here with my tier 70 weapon, and I ended up having AoE abilities on my bar, so I ended up pulling the entire room, which I was having some flashbacks for how I died the last time, but it ended up going out perfectly fine. I got the kill and then left, and it's really nice to teleport for once and not be dead. I gotta give a huge shout out to Tony for this next one. I saw that he was streaming on Twitch, and I decided to pop into his channel, see what he was doing. He was doing some DG training, so I asked him if he wanted to do some shifting tombs because I thought he was just trying to get some Dungeoneering experience, and he said he was down. We got a group together of people that were inside our FCs and CCs, and we ran through this enough to get me 75 construction. Him helping me out saved me so much time that I would have had to spend waiting for my kingdom to get supplies or going out to cut trees by myself, so I definitely am very thankful for this. If you ever see him streaming on Twitch, make sure you pop in and say hello. He's a super nice dude. Okay, let's quickly go over the situation. You can see the only skill that I have left is prayer and then some other quests to do. So what I'm going to be doing is using the Premier Artifact bonus, a Bone Crusher, and a bunch of the Sign of the Porters to bank the Dragon Hide. I've been doing this for a while. I have 806 Dragon Hides right now, which isn't a lot, but it's just some added bonus that I get from using the Premier Artifact and some porters that I have that I won't ever have to worry about getting anymore because I'm going to plan on getting the rest from thieving. And we don't need that much prayer experience. We just need 47k, which is going to be around 40 to 45 minutes. The only downside to doing this is that you won't be able to stay here indefinitely if you don't have access to super anti-fires. Like I don't have access to super anti-fires, so I'm going to take a little bit of poke damage every once in a while, and because my inventory is filled with porters, I can't really afford to mess up anything like having my anti-fire go down because I could get comboed completely. But this didn't take that long. It is pretty fast. Definitely recommend this, and this is a huge moment for the account. Getting 75 prayer and doing it by hand. I've never done that before. This could have been faster if I had access to frost dragons, but I would have spent so much time getting from 80 to 85 dungeoneering that it wouldn't have been worth it, and I have easier plans on getting my prayer up once I get access to Prifddinas. This is a big moment here. The only thing left for us to do is to just bang out some easy quests. Here's the catapult construction quest, the roving elves quest, and I'm going to get that tier 70 weapon that I'm going to need to charge later on, Morning's End Part 1, and a bunch of juicy lamps that I'm going to just claim really quick. I ran into a little bit of trouble doing Morning's End Part 2. When you go to rotate all of these mirrors, you're going to see that your entire screen goes black, and this makes it really difficult to see if you're actually pointing the light in the right direction unless you already know what that's supposed to look like. I also needed to do all of the shop run items, and that took a long time to do, but now that quest is out of the way, and we just have 2 left. Big moment here. We just got Within the Light done, so now we just have nothing left to do. We just have Plague's End. If I go and check, I can show you the requirements. Everything else is checked off, and we just got this one quest left to do, which shouldn't be too bad. If any of you guys did Plague's End a long time ago, back when it first came out, let me know if you thought that this boss was difficult when it was first released. I went into this quest thinking that there was a chance that I would lose my hardcore life, so I brought really good food, but it definitely wasn't a challenge at all, and I don't know if that's just because I was bad when I first did this, or this got easier with time. And this next part is the culmination of so much work playing on RuneScape Mobile just to be able to unlock Plague's End, all of the questing, all of the skilling, and we're soon going to finally be able to enter the city. This is a little bit of a bonus for anybody that made it to the end of the video. When I was editing this video, I had my first ever BM trip on the Hardcore Ironman. This isn't the first time that I've ever done it on a phone, but it is the first time that I've ever done it on this account, and I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't get the best luck in the world while I was doing this. You can see that I just keep getting aggro from everything, and some of it I'm just tanking and eating through with it because I have a full familiar full of sharks, so I'm not too worried, but it was getting a little spicy at some points here. After the actual encounter started, there wasn't any issues at all. I could go through a full rotation as best as I could with the gear that I have and follow all the mechanics of the boss fight. I even am defusing bombs that people are ignoring, so really no excuse to fail these kills, especially if you've got a coordinated group. So anyways, I was really excited about getting this first kill. The boss was voked over to the corner, and then my phone completely froze up. And I'm on Discord at the time that I'm doing this. The phone's in front of me, and I'm saying, hey, I think I need a kick. So I really have to trust that somebody in the group will kick me because that's my only line of defense in a situation like this. In all of the time that I've put into this account, I've never once seen a server do something like this. It's completely out of the ordinary and very strange. Anyways, I want to thank you for watching. I'm going to be on a little bit of a hiatus from this series for a while because I'm going to be AFKing Prifddinas stuff, and that doesn't really make good content, but I'll make sure to post in my socials when this is going to start back up again.